This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. It's Monday, September 30th, about 1:32 in the afternoon, East Coast time. This is a brief tropical update with just a little bit more information about North Carolina roads and what's going on. You can see out in the tropics, we don't have anything of major impact to report. We are watching a potential area of development. I'll show you where in GeoCollaborate in just a moment. But out in the Atlantic, we do have some activity going on. First of all, if you look all the way up north here, this is a wide look from the NOAA GOES satellite. It can look at the whole Western Hemisphere. We have a GOES East and a GOES West that looks out towards Hawaii and even beyond. But up here was Tropical Storm Isaac yesterday. Now it's just a tropical depression. It's now on its way out, and that's good news. A little bit further to the south, we have Joyce. Joyce is hardly visible. Here's Joyce right here, that little spin in the atmosphere. Not much thunderstorm activity. We call it convection. Not much convection associated with this system. Joyce is also a tropical depression and on its way out. So that is good news. We do have one that is forming, though, recently named Tropical Storm Kirk. Tropical Storm Kirk is right here, and Kirk is strengthening out in the tropical Atlantic Ocean. Fortunately, the forecast for Kirk is to remain out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It will still be an impact to shipping. So hopefully shipping companies will be routing around this storm, and it's forecast to get quite intense as well. And then we're watching this other area we talked about yesterday off of the western coast of Africa that has also a decent chance of developing into a tropical system. I will show you GeoCollaborate here, and I'll take this full for the satellite picture just so you can see what's going on. We're also monitoring this area in the Western Caribbean. You can see this upper level low pressure spinning, but there's some indication, and the Hurricane Center is saying that this area of low pressure may develop into a tropical system. We'll be monitoring it. The good news is, as I show you GeoCollaborate full screen, the good news is that the percentage chance for this system has gone down a little bit. There you can see that is Isaac dissipating into nothing. But here is the forecast for Tropical Storm Kirk right here to become a fairly strong hurricane in the middle of the Atlantic. We'll be monitoring that. This one here, just updated by the National Hurricane Center, has an 80% chance of developing into a tropical system, which may make its way a little bit further west. We'll be watching that one closely. But more closer to home and brings back thoughts of last week is this potential area of tropical development. The good thing is that it has gone down a little bit. At least the potential for tropical development has gone down to 40% and maybe developing somewhere in this area. The reason why the Hurricane Center has lowered it a little bit is because the models are getting a little bit divergent in what they're expecting. So we want to always see model run to model run consistency when it's starting to develop a tropical system. And until we see that, confidence will be low. It will be low for anything developing. And we want confidence to go to zero because we do not need any further tropical development in the Gulf. But officially, the National Hurricane Center is developing the potential, thinking about the potential of a tropical system developing in the Gulf over the next several days. You can bet yourself that we will have our eyes on this for the SISE, the Sensitive Information Sharing Environment. Anybody watching to keep you posted on any impacts that could be happening from tropical activity. People are recovering and will be recovering for some time in the southwest coast of Florida, all the way up to Tampa and St. Petersburg, and then into the impact zone of the Big Bend area of Florida, on up into Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, and southwestern Virginia, also southern Kentucky. That's where we still have impacts going on from Hurricane Helene. Now, I do want to show you the flood situation in North Carolina, and I'm going to take you over to this system. It's called the Feynman system, and it's all about flooding in North Carolina, and you can see what's happening. All of these green indications, that is good. That means fewer and fewer rivers are in flood stage in western North Carolina. The ones that you see in orange here are in a flood condition, but they're going down. So that's great. Cove Creek near Lake Lure, that is going down. If you remember several days ago, the Lake Lure Dam was in imminent threat of collapsing and allowing all of that water behind the dam to rush through areas of North Carolina in the mountains, which would have been catastrophic in itself. That and inspections of the dam have come back, and they have said the dam is no longer in imminent threat of failure. This particular location here is the French Broad River at Blantyre, and that one is in minor flooding condition with a stage of 17.8 feet, but again, it is going down. So that's great. I've superimposed the radar data on here because we don't have any major rain. Of course, any rain that falls will immediately run off and slow the rivers from going down. And certainly here in Buncombe County, where Asheville is located, these river gauges are going down, and that is great. The flood level at the French Broad River at Asheville is now 8.4 feet. It is in near flood because it's going down, so it is below flood stage now. Unfortunately, recovery will be long in Asheville and surrounding areas. Just a tremendous amount of damage there, something that will take years to recover from. Now I'm going to back out just a little bit in North Carolina here and show you there are some showers around. Showers are certainly not welcome, but because we have this flooding, the flooding, as you know, has impacted the roads. And I'm going to show you the road conditions here in western North Carolina. You can notice here on this drivenc.gov site is where you should go to check on situations if you're just looking at the conditions of the roads. All of the responders, the utility vehicles, mutual assistance, emergency responders, private sector organizations bringing in supplies need to check and look at the crawl up above. Check with the local emergency operations center that is coordinating the movement of traffic through any of these roads. All of these roads in red, this whole area of western North Carolina, consider these roads closed. We can get a little bit closer in here. All of them because of flooding and impacts from Hurricane Helene. And so certainly as time goes on, these roads will open up slowly, but some of the major thoroughfares have major structural impact. Some roads have collapsed. Some roads that are bridges have significant damage. So you really want to make sure that you are checking in and making sure that you're coordinating any activity going through western North Carolina through the state of North Carolina, and that's the NCEM BEOC, Business Emergency Operations Center, and they will get back to you as soon as possible. This is a major disaster area, folks, and we're trying to coordinate the sharing of information across agencies, across organizations, across private sector organizations. There's a lot of relief and a lot of supplies that need to be brought into this area. Some areas are inaccessible currently and are being attended to via air. And the North Carolina National Guard is hard at work, and they have been hard at work attending to this disaster. Well, that's this tropical update for today. I'm Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We are monitoring the tropics for any future development. We will continue to do daily updates, and we will ramp those updates up when needed, when a tropical system threatens the U.S. or we have any additional significant information to pass on through the SISE in this manner. And we are continuing to use the Signal app to share information. So that's it for today. I'm Dave Jones with GeoCollaborate and Storm Center Communications. Be safe and take care of your neighbors.